These 3 questions will cost you thousands at the dealership. If you answer them, you've already lost. I know this because I used to be the guy that was asking them. I used to work at the car dealerships, and I've sat through all the sales training, and I watch salespeople make 6-figure income by using these exact techniques. And I'm going to show you exactly how they work and what to say instead. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to spot these tactics, and I'm going to give you the one strategy that you can use that actually I use when I go to buy a car. But first, you need to understand why these questions are so dangerous. But here's what you need to understand. Every question that the salesperson asks serves a purpose, and that's to gather information so that they can maximize their profits. That is literally their job. And I don't even blame them. That's their job, but it's your job to protect your wallet. So think of this whole session as your defensive playbook. All right, so question number 1. So I gotta warn you because you've been asked this question every single time you've walked on a car lot. And the first question is, hey, where would you like to keep your monthly payment? And that sounds innocent, right? That sounds like they're trying to help you, find a car that's gonna work in your budget. Wrong. This is the most dangerous question because the moment that you give them that number, let's say $400 a month, you've shown them that this is your maximum payment, and they're going to make you pay for every penny of it. So here's how it plays out. You find a car that has a sticker price of roughly $35,000, and you're thinking maybe I could negotiate it down to $32,000. They ask you, where are you trying to keep your monthly payment? And you're kind of trying to figure out the math in your head. You're going, well, okay, well, and then you tell them, well, I'd like to be between $500 and $600 a month. And boom, you just told them $600. And they're going to be trying to get to that $600 a month payment, not the $500. So, okay, this is how the magic happens. Since you're not focused in on price anymore, and you're only focusing in on payment, they stretch your loan to 60 to 72, 84 to 96 months even. And you're going to see your payment drop. You feel good about it, but you're paying an extra couple of years worth of interest. This could cost you thousands of dollars. Your interest rate goes from 4.9 to 6.9, and most people don't even think about it. Because they're fixated on payment, the dealership is going to maximize their profits. And then you have your add-ons. They're going to charge you $20 a month for a warranty, $15 a month for gap insurance. It goes on and on. But before you know it, you're at $595 a month. And it's still below that $600 a month target, and you feel that you've won, and you actually thank them for it. But here's the reality. You paid $37,000 for a $35,000 car. You're locked into an 84-month loan at a higher interest rate than what you were initially figuring. You ended up buying $3,500 in products that you probably will never need, and the dealership made an extra $5,000 in profit, and you still think that you won. So here's what you need to do instead. When they ask you what you want your monthly payment to be, you just say, hey, listen, I want to focus in on one thing and one thing only, and that is the out-the-door figure, the price of the car, sales tax, and fees. Once we get all that locked in writing, then we can talk about potentially financing the car. This flips the script. You control the negotiation at that point. And remember, price is the only thing that matters. You can always refinance the car, put more money down, either lengthen the term or shorten the term. But the one thing that you can't do is you cannot go back in time and change the price of the vehicle. Okay, so question number 2. This is actually 2 questions. It's like you walk on the lot and they go, well, what do you do for work? What brings you in today? Okay, so that sounds like small talk, but it's not. It's actually profiling. And we were taught to ask those questions early and to listen very carefully. If you say a doctor, lawyer, or a software developer, they're thinking this person's a professional and they have money. They're thinking we could probably get this person to pay, sticker or maybe over sticker. And it's actually true that people that are high-income professionals pay between $1,200 to $2,000 more for the exact same car. If you tell them that you are a retail worker or that you are a teacher, they're thinking this is a payment buyer. So they're going to be focused on loan terms that they can stretch the payment out. Different customers, same strategy, maximize profit. So the what brings you in question brings out desperation. If you tell them, hey, you know what, I just totaled my car, or my lease is up on my car right now and I need to get another one by next week, that tells them that you need to buy and that you're desperate. Desperate buyers always pay more. Always. Your car died, you need to get to work on Monday. They know they have you, and you're not going to leave without having that car. And they know this, they're going to wait you out, and they win. So what's your best defense for this? You need to keep it vague. If they ask you what you do, just let them know, hey, I work in business, I do consulting. If they ask you what brings you in, you just need to say, look, I'm just exploring my options. I have a nice car that I like right now, but I need to see if I might want to upgrade in the future. Never show desperation. If you're really in a point where you are desperate, you need to get with a friend or family member. See if they have a car that you could borrow for a couple of weeks. And if need be, go out and rent a car. You do not want to seem desperate to these people. That pressure could cost you thousands. The less they know, the less they can use against you. Hey, if there's anybody out there that's purchased a car recently, do me a favor, go down into the comments and leave me some feedback on what kind of experience you had with the dealer that you did business with. And if there's anybody out there that is in the market for a new or used car and you want my professional advice, go down to the description. There's a link for a one-on-one Zoom consultation with me. It's my goal to save you as much time and money as possible. So question number 3, what are you driving right now? Are you trading a car in? And you're thinking, if I'm trading a car in, they kind of need to know. Well, it's not exactly letting them know that you're trading a car in. It's when you let them know that you're trading a car in. But when changes everything. And this is where they could actually hide thousands of dollars. They want to bundle your trade-in and the new car into one big confusing transaction, mixing the deals. Once they're mixed, you cannot keep track of where the money goes. So I want to kind of take a second and break this down and talk to you a little bit about what we talk about in the business as actual cash value for a trade-in. And that is the actual value of the car that you were trading in, not what they show you on the contract. And I'm going to give you an example. So everybody's seen these advertisements for car dealers advertising that you can bring your trade in, push, pull, or drag, no matter what it is, we'll give you $2,500 for it, right? Everybody's seen that. Well, all they're doing is if your car truly doesn't run and it's a push, pull, or drag, it's probably worth $1. They can take the price of the new car and either inflate it by $2,500 to show you $2,500 for it, or they can absorb it in their profit. So by mixing both of the transactions, the price of the new car and your trade-in, things can get really confusing. They move money between the new car and the trade-in, and you really can't tell where you stand. They can even hide some of the fees. If you have an objection to a $1,200 dock fee, and they say, well, listen, we'll reduce the price of the dock fee by $600. Well, all they're doing is absorbing it into the price of the new car, or even inflating the price of the new car. You feel that they're actually listening to you and trying to negotiate with you, but they will win every single time. Okay, so your best defense for this, you need to keep all of the transactions separately. The price of the new car, your trade-in, if you're purchasing a warranty or any other aftermarket product, you need to treat all of these as separate transactions. Never mix them together. So if they ask you about whether or not you're trading a car in, you need to circle right back to, listen, I just want to get the best out the door price that I can on the new car. I need to nail that down and get it in writing first. And then we can discuss whether or not I want to trade my car in. And by the way, you may not want to trade your car in. You may want to go to a place like Carvana, CarMax, go to any retailer in your town that will offer you a cash value on your car that you want to trade in. And typically you're going to be able to get, between $500 to maybe $1,500 more by selling your car yourself. And in the states that offer a sales tax credit for trading a car in, you need to look at the big picture. If you're going to make an additional $1,500 of money by maybe trying to sell the car yourself, but the tax credit is only going to be an additional $400, you're still going to be ahead of the game by selling the car yourself. So that's why you really need to look at basically all facets of this deal separately. So never mix the deals. The price of the car, your trade-in, each is separate. If you mix them together, you're going to lose big time. So I'm going to give you some strategies here, okay? It's real quickly. So bonus strategy number 1 is you never want to negotiate at the dealership. You always want to do things via text, email, or phone. If you go down to the dealership, they're going to be in control and you're not going to be in control. You want to be emotionally divested from this whole thing. And when you do it from the power of your couch, you're going to be in a better position. And you can email several dealers at once to see if you can get the best out the door price. By sitting at a dealership, you're not doing yourself any favors. So bonus strategy number 2, you need to master the walk away. If the deal is going wrong and you're at the dealership, get up, walk out. Do not be rude, do not be confrontational, but if the deal's not going your way, get out of there. And you'd be surprised. The last time I bought a car, I got up and left, and by the time I got to my car, they suddenly found an additional $1,200 worth of discounts that I wouldn't have had if I'd been sitting at their desk with them. And strategy number 3, shop at the end of the month, end of the year, end of the quarter. The last day of the month, if it's raining, that's going to be the best time for you to get your best deal. Dealerships and manufacturers have quotas. They have volume bonuses that they have to get to. You'd be surprised at the absolute end of the month. If I needed another deal to be on the board, we would be willing to lose thousands of dollars to make things happen. Dealerships, they're run just like any other business. If they've got a bonus they need to hit, they're going to do everything they can to do it. So let's recap. These are 3 questions that you do not answer. How much do you want your monthly payment to be? What brings you in today? What do you do for a living? And do you have a trade-in? These gather information in order for them to maximize their profits. You know exactly what they're really asking. And you're walking in with more power than 95% of the other buyers that are out there. So now that you know a little bit more about how that business works, you need to watch this next video. This next video is about some of the tactics that these guys in these car stores use that they really do not want you to know about. So until next time, do not forget to hit like and subscribe. We're going to catch you on the next one, and goodbye.